Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ride 2 here on this channel. I'm KPG here, and in today's episode guys we're testing out another bike from the top bikes pack of 2017, and the one we're testing out is the Honda CBR 1000 SP2 2017. But before we get into testing this bike out, I just want to tell you about something new. Now I've just launched a second channel called KPG Replays. Now I'm going to do a video on, giving you an update and give you some information all about this new channel I've just launched. It's something I'm really excited about. Plus I'm going to give you some updates on what's happening new on this channel. I hope you sub the other channel. It's going to have loads of stuff that you're going to be interested in. I'm going to add extra replays from all the games that I show on my main channel. So there's going to be extra replays of Ride 2, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars. There's going to be some other games that are not racing related, like For Honor, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, some new games that are coming out like Injustice 2. There's going to be loads of replays. Now a lot of the stuff on the second channel is not going to have commentary, but I am going to be adding some vlogs on there as well. So there is going to be some interesting stuff of me out on my motorbike. I'm really excited about this new channel, but I will tell you about some of the new stuff that's coming to this channel as well. I'm just really excited about it. So let's get straight into today's video guys, because this bike is going to be absolutely brilliant. I love the CBRs, so let's get straight into it now. So here we go. Right guys, so we fully maxed out the SP2 and it's taken up to 959 performance points, which I do believe is higher than the SP1 and the Repsol Honda. And the stats are not bad on this bike. Now the only thing I've noticed is the top speed isn't as good on this one, but the handling is pretty damn decent. We will find out why this one's got a higher rating, because we are going to be doing a time trial after the race. But let's have a look at the stats on the other ones quickly, so here we go. Right guys, looking at the SP1, now it has better acceleration, doesn't have better braking power or handling, but has better top speed. Now let's have a quick look at the Repsol Fireblade. Now this is the same performance points again, but this one's slightly lighter and has more brake horsepower. It's going to be interesting which one of these three comes out top in a trial. Right guys, I've chosen an awesome circuit to race around for our first experience on the SP2, and again we're going to race without anti-wheelie. This is going to be crazy because this bike is really powerful, quite light, and I just think this is going to be a good race. Plus there's the SP1 in the race as well. This is going to be interesting. Let's get straight into it guys, so here we go. Right, so here we go with our first experience on the SP2. Now I haven't adjusted any of the settings, we're on the standard settings, and we're going to have to be good on the throttle control as well without anti-wheelie. So we're going to have to try and be really good as we pull off. That's not too bad. Oh god, got a bit of a wheel lifted up there, but I managed to control that wheelie and we've managed to turn it into that corner. Let's try and dive up the inside, a little bit of contact, but I didn't knock that rider out, just managed to slip up the inside, and it's turning in quite nicely on the default settings. But this bike isn't as fast as the Repsol Fireblade and the SP1, so the top end's not going to be as good, or the acceleration, but the handling and braking power is pretty damn decent. So I'm expecting it to turn and stop really well, and that's not too bad, and we're still in 4th place. Now I've got to be really good on the throttle. God, that wheel wants to come up so badly, and that's going to be a major issue, changing direction through these slow sections. I'm just going to have to be really clever, and managed to turn it nicely there. We should be able to get up the inside, and we managed to get into 3rd place. Now trying to stop the bike into that turn and be really good on the throttle again. We've got slightly wide there, turn it over. Oh my god, the wheel went up again. Really so difficult to keep control of this bike without anti-wheelie, but we're doing okay so far. We're sitting in 3rd place, which is always good on the first lap. Let's try and get a nice drive up the hill. We managed to drive up the hill and get into 2nd. Right, use those awesome brakes, slow it down, turn it in, and again it's not bad on the default settings. And trying to get that front wheel down is really difficult. You've got to wait until you've literally got up to a higher gear before you can get that power down, but that's not too bad. We managed to keeping up with the leader, and we've managed to get nice and tight into that corner. We've got another SP2 right behind us, and we've got the SP1 in front of us. So we've got to show that this bike is just as good as the SP1, and I'm sure it will be. Let's try and just keep up with it. Now we haven't got the acceleration of the one in front, but we've definitely got the handling and the braking power. We've got to show hopefully show that makes a hell of a difference in this race. Right, I'm trying to keep it nice and smooth through there, try and get up to a decent speed before we start slowing it down. Now the brakes, they are going to come into play when you stop at sections like this, and slow it down, and again it stops nice and quick. And as you see, I stopped it a lot quicker than the bike in front, but the only thing that's affected me is the acceleration out the corners, because I'm trying to keep that front wheel down. It does add to the challenge not using anti-wheelie. It does make it very difficult. I mean, I don't generally use you turn the anti-wheelie on for the time trials because you don't want to have to worry about that coming out of corners, but in a race it's really good fun. And again, I'm getting that front wheel up really nice and just trying to keep up with the SP1. Let's try and get in a decent distance behind it going into the final lap and see if we can pass it. Oh god, trying to be careful through there. I have to slow it down and stop it. So we're not running the fastest at the moment. We are struggling slightly, but we have got a decent distance behind the leader, so we should be able to keep up with him going into that final lap. We've got to take an opportunity to go past. Slow it nice into that corner. That's a lot smoother into there, and again through here, and got a nice entry through there, and try and get past him, get in his slipstream, and we hit the fastest lap time. So we hit at 1:36, which isn't the fastest around here. Oh god, the SP1 took an opportunity to turn in, and he's overtaken again, so he's back into the lead. Now I'm going to have to try and react. Can I get past him in this turn? No, I couldn't get tight enough into there. I tried to get that front end turned in, but we should hopefully get past him in this section, because we know we can stop it quicker into this slow corner. So let's just try and slow it down, try and get it at the inside and hold it. Oh god, just slipped up the inside. We both brushed against each other there, and I've managed to hold on to it, but the front wheel's going up and he should be able to get past. See, that's the only problem, is trying to get that power down, and he's taking the lead again, but I'm not going to panic just yet. We should be able to get back in front of him. Can we dive up the inside here? Slow it down. Get it nice and tight. Try not to get the other one right up our backside. No, we've managed to get away. I thought he was going to plough into us then, but we managed just to accelerate away. But he's still very, very close, so we can't afford to make any mistakes. Let's try and keep it nice and tight through here. And the SP2 is doing the job here. Right, slow it down into this corner, and we should be okay. Oh god, not as quick into that section. Struggled a bit, but we managed to keep the front wheel down this time, and we are still in the lead. It's going to come down to the last corners. Try not to make any mistakes here. Slow it down nice and tight. Slowed it down, and the last chicane. Oh my god, almost lost the back end there, and to the line, and we do it. Oh my god, we managed to get a victory ahead of the SP1 and the other SP2. But that was a fantastic race, and that SP2 without any adjustment feels absolutely superb. Right, now we're going to test this one out in a time trial against the SP1 and the Repsol Fireblade in a time trial. I think we're going to do it around Donington Park, which is an awesome circuit, and we're going to just do one lap, and we're going to see which one can get the fastest time. And we may do another event on this bike in today's episode, guys, if we get enough time, because I'm really enjoying this bike. Right, let's get into that time trial. This is going to be interesting. Right, guys, first up is the SP1. We're going to just do one lap, and we're going to see which one gets the fastest time. Now, no adjustments on any of the bikes. It's just going to be one lap. They're not going to be the fastest laps, but we're just going to see which one can do the fastest in one lap. Right, so we start with the SP1 first. Now, like I said, I'm not making any adjustments to the bike, so it's on the standard default settings. So they're not going to be the quickest laps, because you can make these bikes go around here pretty damn quick. And we're just going to do one lap and see which one gets to the line fastest. Now, it is going to be interesting, because this version and the Repsol Fireblade have the better acceleration and the top end, but don't have the handling and the braking power. But the Repsol Fireblade has slightly more brake horsepower and is slightly lighter. It's going to be interesting which one of the three CBRs is going to come out on top. So this one started off pretty well. Like I said, I haven't made any adjustments, but these bikes do handle very well, so that is going to be very, very key. And it's dropping into the corners nicely, keeping this nice and smooth. Now, it's going to be hard to try and do 3 laps on all 3 of these bikes without making any errors, so I do apologise if I make a few errors on the corners, but like I said, I'm not adjusting any of the bikes. We're just going to see, and again, I've just made a slight mistake through there. That's cost us a little bit of time. Not as smooth as I'd like. Try and keep it nice and tight to the apex, and slowly open the throttle again. The back is reacting. These are sort of things I would have adjusted if I was going to do a really good fast lap time, but hopefully this will be okay. Right, slow it down. Oh god, turn it over. All that, I got away with that. Managed to stop it. Keep that front wheel down. drive it to the line, and let's see what time we get. Oh, that's not bad. Right, so we hit a 107.183 on the Repsol Fireblade SP1. Now we're going to jump on the next bike. I think we're going to do the Repsol Fireblade next, and we're going to see if we can get a better time. So we're going to just jump straight into that now, guys. So here we go. Right, guys, now it's the time of the Repsol Fireblade. Now, this one is slightly lighter than the SP1 and has slightly more brake horsepower. Is that going to make the difference? I think it may be. So let's get straight into it, guys, and do another lap on this one. Right, so here we go with the Repsol Fireblade, which is one of my favourite bikes on the game. I have raced this quite a few times, not just against a computer, but online. And we will be doing some more online very soon, guys. Not just on this channel, but on the new channel as well. But I will tell you about that in the update video, which is coming soon. Right, let's see if we can get a better time on this one. Now, like I said, this one's got slightly more brake horsepower and slightly less weight, which is going to make a lot of difference to the power to weight ratio. So we will probably see a slight difference in the time, but like I said, if I make any mistakes, I do apologise, because these are just one quick fire laps on each bike with no adjustments. So I'm just hoping that I'm trying to keep it as consistent as I can and just keep it nice and smooth. I'm not really going for it and trying to make too many rash turns into the corners. I mean, I don't want to come off. I want to try and do these first time if I can. Oh God, right onto the apex there, and keeping this nice and smooth. And let's try and get a nice turn into here. Just slowly went a little bit wider into there, but powered out okay. And stand the bike off, stay off the curb. And this feels slightly quicker. I'm not sure how much quicker. We will find out very soon. Slow it down, try and get a nice turn in here. And again, oh God, I thought the back end was going to go, but managed to get away with that and drive it to the line. Is it going to be quicker? Yes, it's quicker. So we do a 106.516. Now that's not an amazing time, but it's going to be interesting to see if the SP2 can beat this. Now let's get straight into it, guys. So here we go. Right, guys, so here we go with the SP2. Now, there must be a reason why this one has a higher performance points rating than the other two. Now, braking power and handling seems to give you a higher rating, but is it going to make the difference in this time trial? This is exciting, guys. We're just about to find out. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the SP2. Now, if my theory is right, this one is going to win. Now, I'm just finding that the handling and braking power just rule over acceleration and top end, especially on a circuit like this, because you're not going to use your top end on this circuit. The acceleration, is it that much difference to make a lot more time on the circuit? Well, we're going to find out, guys. Now, like I said, I'm going to just try and keep it as smooth as I can. Sorry if I make any mistakes on this third trial, but I'm hoping this one is going to be pretty damn decent, because so far in that race, I found this one very good. So I'm giving it a big rating here. I'm saying there must be a reason why it's got more performance points. I'm thinking it's because it handles that little bit much better in a time trial and a race, and that's why it's deserving of that rating. But we're going to find out. Is it going to be the Repsol Fireblade? Now, the Repsol Fireblade got a 106.5. Are we going to get anywhere near that? I'm not sure. Or are we only just going to beat it? Now, that's not bad through there. I think this might not have been as smooth as the Repsol Fireblade. Again, we're on the standard settings, so I haven't adjusted anything, so we haven't got any advantage on that through there. Actually, that felt a lot smoother through there, but is that going to make the difference? Let's get it to the line, and over the line, and it does! Nearly half a second quicker. Well, there you go, guys. Without any adjustments, finished with an endo. This one is better. Now, that is the reason why it's got the higher performance points, because it performs better. Now, it may not come into play on every single circuit, because some with circuits with longer straights, the other two might have that advantage. But over just an average circuit like that, this one is the best. Right, let's get into the next trial on this bike. Right, guys, and now we're going to tackle this time trial. Now, I set the time on this time trial first time, and I did it on the CBR 1000 SP1, and I got a 136.1. Now, I'm going to do it on the SP2 without making any adjustments at one lap, and we're going to see if we can beat it. Now, we raced around this circuit, and I think our lap times were around the 136 in the race. So can we try and get sub 136 in this on the first lap? Now that's the test. Now we've already just won the time trial out the 3 CBRs. Is it going to win round here and get a better time in just one lap? That is the thing. Now we've turned anti-wheelie on slightly to try and keep that front wheel down, because if I remember rightly, last time I did it with anti-wheelie on, so I'm trying to keep it nice and fair. But we're going to try and get sub 136. Now if we can get a 135 something, that would be absolutely amazing. So let's see if we can do it. Now let's try and hold it through there. Now again, we're not making any adjustments because this is the first experience in today's video on this bike, so we haven't got any setups for this bike yet. But if you want to see a setup on this bike, guys, let me know in the comments below, and that will be something that will be added to the second channel, because I'm going to start showing some setups on that channel. But like I said, I will tell you all about that in the update video very soon. Right, let's just try and keep this nice and smooth. That's not bad. And are we up on the time on the last? Oh yes, we're up on the split time. Now on the first one we were down 0.1. Now we're up a bit, so this is awesome. Right, we've got to keep this nice and smooth, and it's not completely comfortable round here because like I said, this bike does need a few tweaks here and there, but I still think it's got it in it on the standard default settings to beat at that time. So let's see if I'm right. Slow it down, and we're over a second. Don't muck it up. Oh god, I went through there really quickly. Right, keep that front wheel down, and we should be okay into the last section. But this is the most trickiest part of the circuit, I feel. Not just this corner, but this chicane here. It's so easy to muck it up. Let's see if we can get through there. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And drive it to the line, and yes, we did it first time. So there you go, guys. The SP2 is absolutely superb. So this is the second bike I've tested out on the top bike pack of 2017, and they've both been amazing, guys. It's well worth getting this DLC pack, I'm telling you. Thanks so much for watching today. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Leave your comments in the tab below, and I will see you very soon, guys. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.